For more than a year, one of Hollywood's most talked about couples had quietly stayed out of sight together. No red carpets, no joint interviews, no carefully staged appearances. And then, suddenly, cameras caught something no one expected. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith stepping out together again. It happened far from Hollywood, in the middle of Paris Fashion Week. And the timing alone was enough to set the internet buzzing. Because this wasn't just a casual sighting, it was deliberate, public, and impossible to ignore. But the real reason they showed up together made this moment even more interesting. What stood out immediately wasn't just their presence, it was how rare it had become. Over the past year, Will and Jada had largely moved separately, fueling ongoing speculation about where their relationship truly stands. Seeing them side by side again felt like a sudden pause in a long silence. No big statements, no explanations, just one appearance that said more than words ever could, and people noticed instantly. The reason behind the outing added another layer. They weren't there for publicity or nostalgia. They were there for family, specifically to support their son Jaden Smith, who was marking a major milestone at Paris Fashion Week with his debut as a menswear creative director for Christian Louboutin. It was a proud parent moment, and both Will and Jada showed up for it. Observers couldn't help but notice how coordinated they looked, calm, composed, united. For many, it felt intentional, like a reminder that whatever has happened between them privately, their bond as parents remains solid. But that didn't stop the speculation from spreading almost immediately. Online reactions split fast. Some fans saw the outing as nothing more than supportive co-parenting. Others believed it hinted at something deeper, maybe a slow rebuilding, or at least a thaw in what had seemed like a frozen chapter. To be clear, there's no confirmation of reconciliation, but when a couple with this much history appears together after such a long gap, people are going to read into it, and that history is long, layered, and complicated. Will and Jada have been together since the late 1990s, building one of Hollywood's most unconventional partnerships. While they revealed they've lived separately since 2016, they never finalized a divorce. Instead, they've described their connection as evolving, something that doesn't fit traditional labels. Jada has previously said they're still figuring it out, a phrase that continues to echo whenever they reappear together. That's why this moment felt different. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't emotional, it was quiet. And that's exactly what made it powerful. No forced smiles, no avoidance either. Just two people who've shared decades of life, showing up for something that mattered. Still, questions linger. Was this a one-off family appearance? Or could it signal a new phase where they're more comfortable being seen together again? Some believe this is simply how their relationship works now, private, flexible, and centered around their children. Others wonder if the door is open to something more down the line. The public reaction says a lot about how invested people remain in their story. Some praised the maturity of showing up together without turning it into a spectacle. Others admitted the sighting stirred curiosity they thought they'd moved past. After everything that's been said and revealed over the years, one appearance was enough to reopen the conversation. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. Will and Jada's relationship has never followed a script. It's changed, shifted, and challenged expectations at every turn. This outing didn't answer questions, it raised them quietly. And sometimes that's far more compelling. Whether this was simply about supporting their son or a subtle signal of where things stand now, one thing is clear. When Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith step out together, even briefly, the world still stops to look. And whatever comes next, people will be watching closely.